Warning, this video will make you do a big poopy stinky doo-doo farts because it was so scary. If you are under the age of 87, do not watch this video.
Hello and welcome back to Tier 2 Part 3 of the gigantic internet iceberg. I didn't actually read the description for Tier 2 in the first part, which is good because I don't have anything to say for this part. Tier 2 Addict. As you explore the internet further, you'll find topics that are common knowledge to anyone who actively takes part in the internet culture, and of course, more than the typical normie. So basically, if you use the internet more than like 2 hours a day, you'll probably know most of these.
What's up, guys? It's me, Jeff the Killer, and if you don't like it, subscribe, then I'm going to Jeff the Kill ya.
Fiverr is a freelance marketplace. Bill Wirtz is a musical producer, most famous for the video The Entire History of the World, I guess. And God, has this video like... It really has aged poorly, not for like anything he said or any opinions he has in there, but like the fucking humor on display, damn. Like I don't genuinely straight Reddit humor, honestly. Like, I feel like Shrek is gonna pop out with those fucking laser eyes any second now. Like, they were strapped down in an abandoned house. If I had a gun and a singular bullet and a TV playing this video and a target painted onto it, and Hitler, Stalin, Genghis Khan, and Epstein lined up in a perfect row ready to be shot, well, only one of those people is still alive, so I would shoot myself. Shane Dawson is a YouTuber who makes videos about conspiracy theories. What I and what you probably best know him for was when he publicly stated that his cat gave him an erection, and when he also stated the child was sexy. Florida Man is a meme referring to the various news articles starting with Florida Man and then some crazy shit like Florida Man throws alligators in Wendy's, Florida Man attacks mom with sausages, or Florida Man fucks Olaf. CinemaSins is a YouTuber who makes movie reviews. He's been known for most of his complaints being dumb as hell and resembling criticisms of the handling of livestock of the ancient Nordic eco-civilization more than movies. Gabe the dog is a dog who would bark and often got used in YTPs. Sadly passed away on January 20th, 2017. Now granted, I found this info from Timeme Wiki. Yes, that's how it's actually spelled, so there's just a slight chance that it's not actually correct. Why the fuck does his date of birth say date of creation? Is he a fucking robot? Why is he associated event YouTube? Why isn't there a date? No date makes me think he just made YouTube. Is John a dog? Would this be a human pseudonym because he's an animal? Oh wait, of course not. I forgot he's a robot. Now, I'm pretty sure this refers to alternate universes. Gemini told me this, and Gemini also tells people to eat rocks, so I don't know if that's correct, but it seems about right. Now, an alternate universe is an alternate universe. For example, the This Is Fine comic has variants. The one you and I know is where the dog dies in a fire. There's also one where Harambe burns his house down, one where his owners find out he has sentience and put him down, and one where he's been whitewashed and he's also a robot who decided to make YouTube. Kickstarter is a site used to fund projects. Stuff like Undertale and Shovel Knight started out as Kickstarter projects. And also a lot of scams, so really it's like you're looking for like a pound of diamond for like a ton of shit, like a metric ton. Except you're not keeping the diamond, you're like giving the diamond money so it can escape. I am really good with metaphor. Smash or Pass is a game where a viewer gets a selection of characters and asks if they would fuck them or not. This trend was popularized when Markiplier played the Pokemon Smash or Pass challenge. Why the fuck did Markiplier do that? Literally nobody was asking Markiplier to do that shit. Alright guys, if this video gets 2 likes, I'll play the Italian Brain Rot Smash or Pass Challenge. Mobile games tend to advertise their games everywhere. They'll do fucking anything to make you download that shit. They'll purposely put bad gameplay to make you mad and want you to play the game. Sometimes they'll disguise it as a completely different game. Or sometimes they'll just put some titties in there and hope you download it. My favorite type of these are when they put some shit that has nothing to do with anything at all. Like Mafia City, where they just put the most insane shit for no reason at all.
Oh god, prison is crazier than I imagined. Darn, a guard saw them. Turns out it was a part of their plan. Hey, what are you? Dang it, what should we do? Run. Uh-oh. Try.
Jelly bean? More like jelly mid boy! Pat gun humbled his sussy up.
Pasty, chicken bone, Google Chrome, no home, flip phone, disowned, ice cream cone, garden, no metronome, dimendone, madamone, dome, final chrome, student loan, underground, Flintstone.
Dr. Disrespect is a COD streamer, most famous for being over 6 feet and sexing minors on Twitch, because I guess too many preds were getting caught on Discord or something. Parashock X is a YouTuber who makes challenge videos. He's popular due to his If I format, where he plays a game and if I do something wrong, the video usually ends or he has to do some other punishment. And oh my god, I have never seen a fall off this bad. Like, how are his viewerships this bad? 2 million subscribers, by the way. Like, it's not like he even did anything bad. I have seen, like, genuine pedophiles fall off less than this, bro. How? It's not even like his content changed that much. What the fuck happened? Eugenia Coney is a beauty influencer and vlogger, and holy fuck, she hasn't posted in a while, and it's unknown where she is or if she's even still alive. But like, judging by the pictures on display, I'm surprised she's even alive to begin with. Like, how do you even get this skinny? Let me look it up. Oh, I'm going to hell. iDubbbz is a comedy YouTuber who made the series Content Cop. It's about him exposing shitty content creators like Keemstar, Leafy, and definitely Jake Paul. That's definitely not Rice Gum, by the way. Be me. Get bored one day. Decide you want to make YouTube videos. Find big internet iceberg chart. Write script for part 3. Get to green text stories. Write a green text. Don't know how to finish it. End it. In real life.
Super Mario in real life.
Wow, that was my second suicide joke in like 5 minutes. I am on a roll. Garlic Phone is an online game that you play with friends. It's a take on the game of telephone, where someone gives you a prompt, and then someone draws it, and then someone describes it, and then someone draws it again, and then somebody describes it again, until it becomes completely unrecognizable from the original. Bit Life is a game where you simulate life. It's pretty funny with the shaking that happened. Another story from my 8th grade, I remember me and Landon would play this on the Chromebooks in our boring ass course class that we did not pay attention to a fucking word of. And then once we became of age, we would always bet on horse races.
Peter, the horse is here.
My life is like a video game.
PETA, also known as the Protection Enforced Team Animals, I don't actually know what it stands for, is an organization that's made to protect animals, even though more time it causes more harm to animals than it actually benefits them. They've also made a bunch of these weird games, if you even want to call them that. YouTuber Calvin has made an entire series dedicated to playing every single one of them, so you could probably go watch that. And go watch all of his other videos, they're great. David Dobrik is a Slovakian vlogger. He's gotten into two main controversies. One, where a woman accused Toddy Smith of rape in 2018, and David Dobrik, fucking being the smart man he is, filmed the entire thing, because I guess he's a fucking psychopath. And the somehow even stupider controversy earlier, where other content creator Jeff Wittek was vlogging with Dobrik, and Dobrik was controlling an excavator, where Wittek was inside the crane, and then Dobrik, being very smart, crashed into a fucking rock, causing some of Wittek's skull to fracture and an eye. Bendy and the Ink Machine is a mascot horror game where you explore an abandoned facility where living ink creatures roam around. I also remember watching Gmod Bendy videos just like I did for Trevor Henderson. Looking back, that shit was straight slop, but I obviously did not give a fuck. I think it was mainly videos by Kindly Kevin or something. I asked my mom for these pens, and I don't know where they are. I got them, but I don't know where they went. Since it's not his own entry, I might as well talk about him right now. But that Bendy kid, this video was genuinely one of the greatest videos of all time. The first 30 seconds, first minute and 30 seconds of the song that plays in the background is memorized solely because of this video. I'm not gonna sing it because I don't want to embarrass myself, but I know it. That fucking little head bop he does, for the first few seconds, that is the greatest thing ever. Anyways, you have to remember that fucking fraud that was the other Bendy kid. I hate him so fucking much. The other kid has so much soul. He actually had a purpose. This kid is fucking straight ass. He's just flying around, and the worst part, this has 7 million fucking likes. Fuck this fucking kid. He sucks shit. Cuphead is yet another rubber hose style game. It's a 2D platformer that heavily focuses on boss fights. I also remember watching these. I also remember watching these shitty videos by Kindly Kevin, and then while watching these rip-off videos about them or whatever. And then one of them asked what his sex was, and that was the funniest thing ever. Ligma, more like Ligma balls. I got you. BetterHelp is a therapy group often sponsoring YouTubers. It's been criticized for its high prices, poor experience, and the fact it sells your fucking data. Mr. Blue Sky is a rock song by the band Electric Light Orchestra. It doesn't really have any main connections to the internet besides, it just being a really good song. And it has also been statistically proven to be the happiest song ever made, so that's one thing. Mr. Incredible becoming uncanny is a meme featuring Mr. Incredible that slowly becomes more scary over time. After a certain point, it just stops becoming Mr. Incredible and starts becoming random bullshit. What the fuck is this? There's also Mr. Incredible becoming canny, which has Mr. Incredible becoming canny, even though most of the shit is scarier than the actual Mr. Incredible becoming uncanny faces, but whatever. It's become pretty popular and is the second most infamous meme featuring Mr. Incredible. Okay, deadass, how the fuck did I manage to watch some of this stuff with a straight face? Or genuinely, how did I watch this stuff while being scared? Like, this is like the funniest shit ever. Like, it'd be like, in the year 2000 is further away than the year 2050, and then it's just some shit like this. Also, one of the faces is straight like just gore. In fact, I'm sure multiple of them are. I'm obviously not gonna show you them, but like, bottle flipping is a challenge where you try to flip a bottle without it landing on its side. Pyrocynical is one of those. I'll upload a 10-hour long video every year, YouTubers. He also streams and plays TF2. He specifically loves the pyro class, which is of course where his name comes from, along with the fact he's cynical because, you know, he's British. In 2020, he got accused of sexting minors and playing a furry diapered fart inflation roleplay. Due to this, he got his voice lines removed and hunt down the Freeman. Oh no, how will we ever recover from that? However, these allegations were false. Well, it being a minor part, the furry fart inflation roleplay did definitely happen.
Yep. And then, oh fuck, okay. Oh, I didn't know I had that mod on. Okay, oh, whoa, okay, it's been a good stream.
The ice bucket challenge was a challenge where you dump an ice bucket on your head. It was apparently supposed to raise awareness to some sort of medical condition. Clearly it wasn't very effective because I forgot the name of it. I think there's like a problem with that challenge. Like, I think the actual thing is a lot more memorable, or like the actual experience, if you actually did that shit, would be a lot more memorable than like the actual disease. Which, what even is the disease? Amyotrophic lateral sclerosis. Okay.
Alright guys, welcome back to my reaction video. Today we are going to be watching Boston Geometry Dash full level. Alright guys, this is the greatest. This is the greatest level.
Who fuck made this shit? Can we like actually like jail them for? This is fucking Elon. This is the fucking Doge. Oh my god. Oh my god. If you told like the Geometry Dash creators about this from like 2012, whenever they made that game or whatever, what would they think? In fact, if you told anybody about this in like 2012, you think their head would explode? Oh, it's a jonkler. But yeah, that was busting, alright. Why did I watch? On Women's Day of 2021, the British executives of the mediocre food chain Burger King said, "Alright mate, what if we tweet out on there, women belong in the bloody kitchen?" And then everyone else went, yeah mate, it's a bloody great idea if I ever seen one myself. This tweet caused outrage because, just genuinely, what did they think would happen? With even other fast food chains like KFC, gaming, tweeting at them, the best time to delete this was immediately after posting it. The second best time to delete this would be right now. With this cute pixel art of Colonel Sanders, who would definitely say this because, as we all know, Sanders was famous for supporting women's rights and would definitely not steal from one. He followed up this tweet saying, only 20% of all chefs are women. We're on a mission to try a gender ratio in the restaurant industry by empowering female employees with the opportunity to pursue culinary career. I don't even know what accent that was supposed to be. That was XXXTentacion was a rapper who made those songs using those stupid ass sad Bart Simpson edits. He also died, but I don't really care because he was a piece of shit anyways. Not just because of his music. He might be one of the like most evil rappers, like on par with King Von. Okay, that was definitely an over exaggeration, but he's not a good person. I'll tell you that much. Here are some of his crimes: stabbing a tablets, assault with a deadly weapon, committing aggravated battery on a pregnant woman, and a bunch of other shit. I don't feel like listening because you get the point. In 2016, clowns began to appear everywhere. You could not go a fucking day without them new clown sightings. Probably you couldn't even go an hour without a new clown sighting. The first sighting was spotted in Green Bay, Wisconsin. And from there, I guess people had nothing better to do and they just started dressing up as clowns. And now, if you're like me, you're probably going, alright, most of these sightings were probably just stage sightings made by a couple teenagers while bored. And you'd be right, teenagers did dress up as clowns. But some of them weren't staged, they were actually going out there and scaring people. And a 16-year-old boy got stabbed while doing this. Ever since then, people just, realized that was a fucking bad idea, and it seemed to stop very quickly. When the Sonic the Porcupine movie was released in 2017, Sony it was Paramount who made the Sonic movies. I have no idea where the fuck I got Sony from. I'm so sorry, everyone. Released a trailer showing they made the brave decision to replace Sonic with a blue pimple. The decision was highly controversial because look at him. So Sony Paramount remade the entire movie with the actual Sonic. A lot of people actually believe Sony had Paramount, you fucking dumbass, and the normal looking Sonic from the beginning, and they just replaced him with an analog horror entity for a few shots. Which I'm inclined to believe because I genuinely refuse to believe anyone at Sony, even if they have never seen a picture of Sonic the Cucumber before, would genuinely believe that this pervert from the dark alleyway looks like Sonic the Hamster. And unless they only had those few shots done, I don't know how the fuck they did that shit in time. I honestly think they just did it for good rep. It's okay now though, because now its lasting impact is being featured in that one Disney movie I forgot the name of. Marshmello is an artist who makes techno music. On everything, we all thought this was tough back in the day. He conceals his face with a marshmallow hat, and he actually did a face reveal, and that's exactly how I expected him to look. I think I remember this similar artist called Dead Mouse or Skull Mouse or XXX Videos Mouse or whatever the fuck. And for some reason, they did both a cameo in Goat Simulator and a personal skin in Minecraft. Was his music that good? Okay, I listened to some of his music. Imagine what a techno artist from popular during late 2000, early 2010s would sound like. That's exactly how he sounds like. Common Sense Media is a site dedicated to showing if certain media is safe for children. The site is really funny. I was gonna call it the Urban Dictionary review sites, but most of the time Urban Dictionary is supposed to be funny, whereas this is unintentionally funny. So I guess it's more of the Quora of review sites. How Quora, sometimes it can be helpful, but most of the time it's just never done anything for anyone ever. Now, anyone can give their opinion if stuff is safe for children on the site, which has led to pretty funny reasons stuff isn't safe for children. I wouldn't want my theoretical children to ever watch Skibidi Toilet, but I don't think it's because of swear words, sex, and drugs. Okay. Skibidi Toilet is a meme, and it's pretty hated, so of course people are just gonna review bombing it and trolling, so let's look at a show like SpongeBob. Apparently, it's for ages 6+, and it's 3 stars. I don't know what 3 stars means, but whatever. Okay, apparently language includes stupid, idiot, jerk, and moron. What about drugs? A character gets addicted to Krabby Patties. He's peer pressured to try them at first, then sweats and gets jittery when he needs just one more bite. I'm 99% sure they're talking about like Squidward. Why did they say a character? Like, just say which character. And also say which episode, so if your parents are really concerned about that they could just avoid it. A character stumbles home at night after a party, which could imply that he's drunk. Which episode, like, though? Like, could they, like, link? I mean, I don't doubt it, but, like, could they, like, show the episode, or at least tell me which one it was? Okay, let's see what the parents are saying. I like this one. Edgy cartoon, like Family Guy for 6-year-olds. What does that mean? My 2-year-old hates this. This title has too much sex. Okay, that one's probably a joke. Inappropriate for its demographic. First of all, this show uses plenty of negative words such as moron, jerk, stupid. They censored them for some reason. like they just like put the little dots like through all the middle of the words. This it uses and frequently uses. I don't even know what that word is supposed to be. Like, you didn't have to censor this. And heck, seriously, my kid has been begging me to watch this show, but I refuse to let him. It's just inappropriate. He's seen the merchandise in Target store, and he's tried to force me to buy it. And I read some transcripts, and this show was kind of disturbing for a 6-year-old. This is the most disturbing thing ever. I wouldn't say 6 up, I'd say 10 plus. It's very easy for them. I like how the person who made this is called Moral Parent of 3. View from now an adult watching SpongeBob growing up. I know there's a trend. When I first saw SpongeBob in 1992 when it aired, it was alright at the time. Most jokes aimed for an older audience flew over my head, but now looking at episodes that aired in the 2000s, suddenly all the adults in children's face. I noticed when I got older, I was no longer left.
So, zero moral values, stupid humor. No intelligent person would want their kids watching this ridiculousness. Too much consumerism.
I'd rather turn this TV off than watch it. I love these reviews that aren't even like showing anything. They're just saying, terrible show. And they're just listening. This title has too much fart. Okay, let's see what kids are saying about this, since there's also a kids section. Hilarious show. Very funny, wholesome show. But it is a bit inappropriate sometimes, with a bit of mild nudity. Just showing buttocks, but it makes it even funnier. Used to be good, but not anymore. SpongeBob was good in seasons 1 through 3, and the movie. Season 4 had good and bad episodes. The good episodes in season 3 were Fear of Krabby Patty, Shell Man, The Last Monstrous, Skill Crane, Dungeons Dozen. Okay, are you just gonna you keep listing episodes, or just gonna... He used to be a happy sponge, looking a little annoying. Now he sounds like a hyper sugar and is really annoying. I know this kid watched like one Mr. Enter video complaining about how like they were too mean to like Squidward or something, and it had to go fucking complain about this. Also, this review was left by someone named Peter Griffin, and also apparently they're adults. So why is this in the kids section? Oh wait, we have a response to this by Crystal Cupcakes. You know right now. Y'all really think the whole show went downhill after the movie? How ridiculous. SpongeBob SquarePants is just iconic, entertaining, and funny. I am not reading all that, but I'll read some of it. It will never go away. I disagree with those who say the whole show went downhill after the movie. Sure, I like the older episodes better, and yeah, the show probably should have ended after the movie, but I swear, people act like modern SpongeBob killed the entire family. Kinda like The Simpsons, some people think that the show got banned around season 10, and I just find that silly. The humor is crude, but it is incredibly smart. A lot of the internet memes originate from the show too. I I feel like some people here are just being a bit too overprotective. Sure, SpongeBob does have innuendo sometimes, but it's mostly a show for everyone. Yeah. Holy W, kid! Like, fine, like somebody gets it, bro. Lowers IQ. Once again, someone from an adult. Why are you with the kids section? Get out. I saw a scientific article a while back in the day saying you could lose brain cells from watching the show. And others said that I don't remember, but it also lowers IQ. Man, if SpongeBob lowers IQ, I don't know what Uncle Grandpa does to you with it. Oh, we have a review from the 9-year-old. What does he say? He says nothing. This show has too much violence, too much sex, too much swearing, too much consumerism, too much drinking, too much drugs, too much smoking. And it's only rated age 14 plus, apparently, I guess. Wow, those were funny, I think. IMDb, short for Internet Movie Database, is a site used to document movies and shows. They hold information about the shows, like short little descriptions, actors, directors, probably some other third thing I forgot, and just write reviews about them. It's like one of those things that like everyone seems to know about, but no one really cares about, like Pac-Man or Wallace and Gromit.
That's it, Gromit. Cheese. We'll go somewhere where there's cheese, lad. Not fucking Greg's, you're...
Okay, I low-key fuck with Pac-Man and Wallace and Gromit, but I think I'm like the only person born after like 1980 that does. I think this entry that got misplaced due to the Iceberg makers being unks, not understanding how big most of these like mobile games are, like Angry Birds, despite being big enough to race with Sonic the Chinchilla and to have 2 movies, which would put him in status with Mario himself, is in tier 2. Don't even get me started on how Plants vs. Zombies is in tier 3, and also how it's next to Feet Fetish. Subway Surfers is just an endless runner game. It's not that interesting. It's not even in like spitting distance of Jetpack Joyride or Burrito Bison, but it's still pretty popular. You often see it used in those brain rot YouTube Shorts videos. Oh yeah, speaking of Angry Birds, Angry Birds is a game made by Rovio and has you throwing birds at buildings of pigs, just like in real life. Popular, but sadly a lot of the games have been deleted, leaving only the worst one. I don't know how young I was during this, but I remember playing like the Angry Birds 2, you know, the bad one, with my dad and getting to King Pig and losing. That was like the worst thing to ever happen to me at that age. I also would watch the first movie on repeat a lot. That and Uncle Grandpa. I used to like watch Uncle Grandpa on repeat for like I think I've watched that series like 4 or more times. Like whenever it ended, I would just go back to the first season and watch it again. I think that explains why I am who I am. Also, Bugs Bunny did not appear in Uncle Grandpa. I have no idea what the fuck Google was on about. Throwaway accounts are accounts that will typically post one or a few posts before purposely getting abandoned. They are typically used after someone admits something embarrassing or that they wouldn't want to be associated with their main account. They're most prominent on Reddit. You'll definitely see a lot more throwaway accounts going through this iceberg. Tom Scott is a British YouTuber who makes videos about science. Okay, correction, most of the videos aren't actually about science. He just kind of like shares around general knowledge, like showing off like cool places and just doing random things in an informative way. He's basically the British Vine Sauce equivalent, but slightly more sane. He actually quit, but he came back fairly recently, and as of like writing this, he uploaded like 6 hours ago. Quantum TV is a lot less cool than it sounds. It's just some guy who like reviews TV. He only has like 99k subs, which is microscopic for someone in tier 2. I mean, I'd kill for 99k subs. In fact, I'd kill for free, but that's besides the point. I was pretty confused on here when he was here for a second, but after researching for a little bit, I understand why. He's notorious for his abuse of the copyright system, which is why I've been showing the quantum amount of stuff for him. He gives out bad advice, especially for like if you're looking for a monitor. I mean, I'm not a PC gamer, so I don't really understand anything, but Tyler 1 is our first entry with volume warning, so you better turn your shit down. Tyler 1 is a gaming Twitch streamer, and while you probably won't recognize his name, you'll definitely recognize the face. He's made a bunch of iconic gifs. Pink sauce has a pink font, so that's cool. It'll also make you fucking die if you eat it, so that's also kind of cool, I guess. Now, a product that will kill you if you eat it is pretty common. As long as it's not a food product, then who cares? Anyways, you're supposed to like slaver your meat in here.
Hey, yo, guys, that was sussy back up.
This shit contains like everything ever made. And if you have everything ever made, you're bound to have some shit that rots. So at best, you're gonna be vomiting up straight sludge and your shit is gonna be pink. And at best, you're gonna get the pink plague and infect 30 to 50% of America.
Alright guys, welcome to my new video. Today we'll be ranking all the gigantic internet iceberg entry.
Bleach drinking is the act of consuming bleach. Now most will tell you, oh, drinking bleach is so dangerous, don't do that. Well, they're all pussies. And aren't you risk takers like me? So go ahead, eat 10 pounds of pink sauce and drown down that shit with bleach. Windex is the best one, by the way. Guys, my lawyer told me to clarify that this was a joke. I told the lawyer he's a fucking pussy and to go fuck himself. As you all know, Grand Theft Auto is the most anticipated game of all time, and we'll definitely release this year, guys. It definitely won't get delayed again. Trust me, guys. Wait more. I wrote that in as a joke, and then it actually ended up getting delayed again. I'm so sorry, everyone. I'm now just realizing that's all I wrote. Hold on, wait. Okay, so because of how long it's taken to come out, people have gotten pretty antsy, reasonably so. So a hacker by the name of Lapsus, haha bro, that was so sussy, but hacked Rockstar Studios and started leaking some footage of GTA 6. And I'm not showing anything of this because first of all, I don't think I physically can. Like, I think this might be the only time that anything has actually been permanently scrubbed from the internet. And second of all, I wouldn't even want to because Rockstar Games has this fucker locked up in a fucking hospital for the rest of his life. So I'm not doing that. Andrew Tate is allegedly a Sigma Alpha Ohio Order Respect 100 Aura man and allegedly makes those courses on how to be cool. Allegedly, I'm gonna be real, if you need a course on how to be allegedly cool, then you'll always allegedly be lame as shit. Despite that, it's allegedly sold pretty well, allegedly causing a bunch of other people to make shitty allegedly courses on allegedly how to be cool. Allegedly, he is also allegedly sex trafficker, allegedly. Now, I have no idea why Potted Plant and Disastrous were putting this in tier 2. I can't even blame this one on them being unks this time. Like, they're just tripping. Oh boy. I sure hope they got banned from Iceberg charts for that blunder. I can't do a maniacal laugh. I'm sorry, guys. I think they actually got unbanned, but at the time I was making this writing this they were actually banned, so that was actually a really funny joke. Also, they should have put like the Twitch color instead of YouTube color, but at this point I'm just bitching at this point. He's a streamer who plays games and is pretty known for his clip farm. He has made so many goddamn gifs, like I don't even think I could like list them all. Popular MMOs, it's one of the classic Minecraft YouTubers, you know, DanTDM, Stampy, Longhead, Captain Sparkle, Skydust, Domestic Abuse. I never watched him as a kid. I already was watching DanTDM as a kid, and my dumb toddler brain couldn't comprehend the concept of similar things coexisting with each other. Actually, a lot of full-grown adults still can't handle that concept. Skydust Minecraft was a popular Minecraft YouTuber, and I used the past tense in Minecraft YouTubers to tell you everything. You know, maybe it's a good thing I actually just stuck with DanTDM. He hasn't done anything wrong. Besides this.
Yeah, that tastes so good. I can't quite finish it, Troyos, but man, I will let you have the last slice. Thank you so much, buddy. That was really... Why are you laughing? What's wrong with my face?
Grammarly is that one thing so ads interrupt the YouTube video that the teacher puts on that the 0.2 GPA Neanderthals laugh at who have no job, no driver's license, no girlfriend, and probably no butthole since they feed off radiation. Sunny V2 is one of those shitty drama YouTube video essays hybrid channels. I don't really care about him all too much, but I do care too about a similar channel called Pegasus. Now, a lot of the stuff I'm about to say about Pegasus also applies to Sunny V2. Like, I hate drama channels so much, but Pegasus is probably the worst one. It genuinely, like, in my bottom 5 YouTubers that aren't, like, racist or pedophiles. It goes, like, number 5, Polygon Donut, number 4, Jimmy Here, number 3, Pegasus, number 2, Stanley MLV, and number 1, okay, those last two might fit the bill, but still, it makes these dog shit videos, like, not slop videos. Slop implies that there's no soul. This shit has the devil's soul infused into it. They always have these fucking fuck ass thumbnails. I hate them so much. I can make one of these in like 2 seconds. Like, it's always how
Mr. Farts ruined his life. The satisfying deal of Professor Doodoo Fart's downfall. Oh, remember this man, this is him now. Like, genuinely, I hate them so fucking much. I hate how, like, just general YouTube thumbnails look. Like, I try making art for my thumbnails because I think it looks, like, I know this is gonna sound fucking corny shit, but, like, I think my videos are art. Get your fucking giggles out right now, bro. And I feel like putting like an actual hand-drawn thumbnail puts on it. It's like the bow on top, or it's just like the wrapping paper and bow combined. I just hate thumbnails now. Like, they're always like, life ruined. Then they just put the fucking person they're talking about in like hell, or like they put fire on it. Life ruined. And then they put some stupid ass clip that looks like this or something. And then these like shitty videos, they always have like the monotonous voice, like, this is how Mr. Poo-Poo Man grew his following. I genuinely guarantee that nobody, like the people making this video, nor the people watching these piles of shit, genuinely give a fuck about them. Like, they just pretend like they give a fuck about them, just like seem like an actually good person. Like, they guarantee none of them will remember this from like two weeks from now. Hell, 2 days from now. Like, they're immediately going to start talking about them like the genuine microsecond it stopped getting them clicks. Sam Manila Academy was a YouTuber who makes educational videos in a comedic style. It often takes a while to upload because he's too busy doing fucking nothing. Because his clones have appeared using similar stick figure avatars in the same style of educational content mixed with comedy. In-game currency schemes are the practice of scamming someone with the promise of currency from a game like Robux or V-Bucks. By the way, has anyone noticed how stupid the name V-Bucks is? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Robux, like, yeah, it's called Robux. Roblox, you know, Robux makes sense. It's funny. What's the joke with V-Bucks? Well, why? Squeakers are children who have very high-pitched voices that appear in online games popular, you know, children. So every online game ever made. You guys ever realize that Garden Warfare 2, the super clean and sanitized parody of Call of Duty made for kids, has less children on it than the actual Call of Duty? I guess it just goes to show kids really love stuff that makes them feel older, and that they're too dumb to sniff out peak. Boy in the Band is a musician and YouTuber most famous for the song Don't Stay in School. You, at home, I don't give a singular isolated fuck about whether you're like fully watching this, eating, gaming, shitting, gooning, getting asked by your wife to get a divorce or whatever the fuck. Watch this video right now and listen to how bad it is.
And I also want you to remember that he was nearly 30 when he made this bullshit.
I was never taught how to vote. They devoted that time to defining.
Only on a different tab or device, because I need that reviewer attention though. He's been accused of doing every bad thing you could think of by multiple exes, and he just shocking amount of exes. That just shows you the type of person this is. Established Titles is a company that sells you a small portion of land in Ireland. And by small, I mean you could basically do fuck all of it. It's one of those big sponsor guys. Like, I never understood why, like, YouTubers sponsor them. I mean, I do money, but, like, nobody gives a fuck that you get to put a lord on your credit card. A YouTuber by the name of Scott Shafar exposed Established Titles for being a scam in 2022. Which, I mean, really? What? Really? The fucking... The company that gives absolutely worthless products out with insane promises is a scam? What? I could have never predicted that one. Brent Rivera is a popular vlogging YouTuber. Why is everyone in here a popular vlogging YouTuber? He's known for stealing stuff like thumbnails and whole damn video ideas from bigger and smaller creators. Sneeko is one of those omega conservative influencer. He's heavily inspired by the previously mentioned Andrew Tate. And he's gotten so popular that he's been humbled by Jesus lookalike, Giga Chad Moist Critical, and 5'1" Basement Dweller Pat God. Speaking of which, Pat God is a YouTuber and I guess he's also a rapper, if you even want to consider this music. I'm gonna give you all some, I was gonna say advice, but the script I wrote, addict. If a YouTuber who isn't a musician tries making rap or just hell any other music genre, it's going to be shit. This guy was like the corniest man alive, but like, a lot of people thought he was tough back in the day. I never watched him during his peak, or just in general. But I did watch this other guy named Briz. He was kind of like him. It's like, actually, he was basically just a clone. He even stated on multiple times that he was just trying to imitate Pat God. 12-year-old me thought this guy was the funniest guy ever. Specifically his like EDP video, which to be fair, I'd rather watch his like video on EDP than like 99% of the other ones, because like he actually watched him and he doesn't do that stupid ass video essay saying, oh, where they speak like this, you know, this, and they have to take themselves way too fucking serious about everything. Eva Chris Tyson was a transgender friend of Mr. Beast. In 2024, she got accused of grooming by a 15-year-old. She denied the allegations, but still left Mr. Beast. I say that they're like a couple, but they're not. Actually, there's no evidence to disprove that, so... A tweet longer can refer to one of two things. 1, a really long tweet. Or 2, a website that lets you write out really long tweets. Since Twitter only allows for 280 character long tweets, this is necessary for longer ones. Wilbur Scoot is a musician and Minecraft YouTuber. Hey y'all. Robert Sans here. I only have 30% of the blue border because I couldn't find a picture that wasn't 16 by 9. Dr. Waz is a video game YouTuber. Unlike most video game YouTubers, he doesn't actually play video games. I mean, he does, but he doesn't, you know, make videos where he plays them. Instead, he just talks about them. Sometimes he's not even talking about video games, he's just talking about video game-centric things like controllers or box art. It's probably the most popular one in his niche. It has over 2 million subscribers. We're not allowed to be more than that, but okay. Danny Gonzalez is a popular commentary channel that posts about whatever, you know, it's a commentary channel. It doesn't have to have any specific thing it posts about. It's just the format, really. I probably should have said that during the commentary channel part, but that was during the first video, so there was no quality control at all. He also had some other commentary friends like Drew Gooden and Curtis Connor. You know, it's funny, when I was like 12, I loved Curtis Connor, hated Drew Gooden, and I was indifferent to Danny Gonzalez. But now I hate Curtis Connor, love Drew Gooden, and I'm still indifferent to Danny Gonzalez. I already talked about mukbangs in the last video with the Nikocado Avocado segment, so I probably should have combined that with that, but I didn't even like check if it was there, so guess I'm re-explaining. Mukbangs are a genre of YouTube video where people eat lots of food and chat with the viewer while doing so. It's kind of like ASMR and podcast combined. Alphabet Lore is a YouTube series by Mike Celicando. I was about to hate on this for like being stupid YouTube kids brainwash, but then I decided to like actually watch it because it's like 20 minutes, and I actually kind of enjoyed it. It reminded me of like the stuff I draw in my notes when I was like 10. I would always draw these like random stick figures with basic personality and features, and that really reminded me of that. Dreamy Bowl is a gay porn star, and as the internet has proven again and again and again and again and again, gay porn is the funniest thing ever. He makes these unintentionally hilarious videos, like the most extreme reactions to like most extreme reactions to like choking the chicken like I've ever seen. I know that does not feel that fucking good. Nothing on this earth feels that good where you have to be slobbering over yourself. As in, I'm about to go. No, it's not. The pure bliss and divinity up in heaven does not feel that good. He's actually quit porn, and since then he started a music channel where he performs covers of music with a saxophone, and holy shit, he is actually like unreasonably good for someone with this reputation. JonTron is a video game YouTuber who makes videos in a similar vein to Scott the Woz, except he predated him, so most likely an inspiration to Scott the Woz. He's one of those classic video game reviews channel. It kind of fell off though. He's not been uploading as much, and the videos, while not being much worse, are still worse than what they used to be. Sir Pillow is a YouTube animator who makes frankly genius and incredibly funny videos like what if Sans from Undertale was loud and screamed a lot? Or what if Mickey Mouse from Mickey Mouse was loud and screamed a lot? Or what if I were happy? Boy, this is a freaking chaotic as frick, bro. He also made the series Spooky Month, which is just as freaking chaotic blood. Adrian, explain our friend group.
We are Ohio, with a pinch of Florida and Arkansas. Together, we are fucking chaotic as shit.
Oh, okay, I've been a little too facetious. Like, there are some actual parts of this series that made me laugh.
What do you kids want?
3 candy cans, please.
Where's the third one?
Although since the series mainly follows these two people that I find incredibly annoying, and the same joke of them trying to make people do this dance, which I also find incredibly annoying, it was kind of hard to watch most of the time. What if instead of Spooky Month we had Dookie Month and we all started eating the Dookie chips from our underwear?
Hello everyone, it's me again. I have been let out of the basement so I can go talk about another controversial game, because that's my sole purpose in life apparently. Hogwarts Legacy was a game in the Harry Potter franchise and has become one of the most controversial games ever. Now if you look at the game you'd probably think, hey, this looks fun. It doesn't look like it has any bugs or controversial subject matter. Well, you'd be wrong, you fucking moron. Since it's connected to the Harry Potter franchise, it's gonna be controversial by default. Now, as you all probably know, J.K. Rowling has stated on numerous times that she doesn't support the trans community, which has led to the game being boycotted, particularly by the people who dwell in r/gaming circle jerk, a parody subreddit of r/gaming. But how well did the boycotts do? How well do boycotts usually do? Due to the failed boycott, Gaming Circle Jerk became enraged and wouldn't shut their fucking mouths about this game for like a year straight. But now they've seemed to calm down. They still have the leftist themes, but most of the posts are like this now.
H3 Productions is a channel run by married couple Ethan and Hella Clean. It centers around the couple reacting to various videos. Do you hear that? That's my cat. This has nothing to do with the video at all. They also run the famous H3 podcast, where they, do podcast things. Philip DeFranco is a YouTuber who reports on news and politics. Not necessarily a drama YouTuber who reports on mainly controversies around internet drama. He's just kind of a general news guy. Neil Mohan is a YouTube CEO who took place after Susan Wojcicki fucking died. I probably should have mentioned that during the Susan Wojcicki section, but honest to God, who really cares? For the uninitiated, Quiet is a YouTuber who makes videos similar to Pyrocynical, except for the fact he doesn't. I have no idea what the fuck Wikitubia is on about. And also, why do you think I want to watch Nux Taku? I'd rather piss a 5-inch kidney stone and bash my head over it with until I die than watch a singular one of his videos. Though I guess he does have one thing in common with Pyrocynical: fake allegations. Awesome, am I right? He's been accused by Twitter user Nastin Putin, accusing Quiet of rape and being a Hogwarts legacy. He also made a video disproving the allegations and also doubled as a face reveal. T-Series is a music record label. Now, most people wouldn't really give a shit besides India, because I guess in order to live in India you have to subscribe to T-Series. I guess that's mandatory. However, their importance to the English-speaking internet is their feud with PewDiePie, where they were both racing to 100 million subscribers. Most people wanted PewDiePie to be the most subscribed YouTuber because they didn't want some random corporation from India to be the most subscribed to. So millions would gaslight themselves into thinking PewDiePie was actually a good YouTuber and wasn't incredibly boring. The feud stopped after one main controversy, after the Christchurch mosque shootings. After shooter Brenton Tarrant recorded his acts and said to subscribe to PewDiePie. After this, PewDiePie called off the act and T-Series won. Nowadays, T-Series is still the second most subscribed to YouTube channel, just behind Jimmy Beast. PewDiePie isn't even in the top 10 now, but they still have 100 million subscribers, so I guess this was for fucking nothing. That's great, am I right, cat? Oh, I genuinely have no idea what the fuck this means, nor why it has a not safe for work tag. And I did 45 seconds of research, which is 42 seconds longer than I usually do research. Okay, I just realized what it means. It means erotic roleplay, which... What do you think that is? Why did the Iceberg makers fucking spell it like this? Why didn't you just put the word erotic in there? But are you scared you have a fucking entry in here named Smegma Makes Her Gag? You don't need to censor anything. Like Kickstarter, GoFundMe is a site for funding people, but unlike Kickstarter, it's more for personal life than actual projects. Webtoon is a site for hosting webcomics, kind of like DeviantArt, except it's for comics and a lot gayer. I'm not using that as an insult. The most popular comic on this site looks like this. I remember always getting these annoying ass ads for this bum ass website that I'm never using it. I don't know why the FBI agents monitoring my computer think I'm gonna download this shit because I saw a twink about to get train ran on me. I can't read that line. I can't read that line like with seriousness. Trisha Paytas is an American YouTube star. She's known for doing a lot of genres like vlogs, mukbang, what's basically softcore porn, and what's basically real porn. I'm not joking, by the way. What else could this fucking be? She also run a podcast. I know everyone says it, but why the fuck does everybody have a podcast? Like, why would I watch your fucking podcast when I could watch like Joe Rogan talk about how he trips on DMT? Grammar Nazi is people who are getting extremely angry when someone is used or correct grammar not right. Most prevalent Reddit. Legal Ego is a lawyer and YouTuber who makes videos about the legal system. He often makes videos about current legal situations with big people like Donald Trump and Elon Musk. r/Am I the Asshole is a subreddit where people tell stories and ask, am I the asshole? These aren't always so funny because they're either like one of three camps. 1. Am I the asshole for having my wife take the kids because she found a new man? Or 2. Am I the asshole for killing my grandma and then burning her coffin? 3. Am I the asshole for choking my chicken to bubble gum?
Am I the asshole for, quote, choking my chicken to incredible gassy? When I first watched Bobo comics, I literally could not stop. It felt like my hand was moving on its own.
Colleen Ballinger is a Nickelodeon star and YouTuber. Now with those two descriptions, guess what she did? I bet you 5 cents, some chewing gum, and a used pocket put that you will never guess it. That's right, grooming children. Once she got exposed for these, she made an absolute emerald of an apology video where she gets out her ukulele and starts singing. This is one of the best videos ever made. Now everyone hated on this because it's fucking stupid, although it didn't really affect her that much because she still has like 8 million subscribers. Because why would anything happen? Well, using emerald and why would anything happen in the same sentence? I am truly a tourist. Lessons in Meme Culture is a channel that explains memes. Now, these videos are extremely funny. They seem so professional, especially with the British accent, and the fact he doesn't joke throughout the entire video, even though, he's talking about memes. Like, no bro, Incredibly Gassy is not this serious.
In short, the Incredible Gassy meme demonstrates the internet's ability to take a strange fetish and show it via constant saturation as an edgy post, as this particular trend has peaked in 2025.
However, some have criticized these videos. What the fuck? Are they putting a fucking industrial jet plane out there? However, some have criticized these videos for letting normies onto memes, and saying that once he talks about a meme, it's already dead or it's about to die. Jayschlat is a YouTuber and streamer who set the precedent for the YouTubers making their second channel their main channel. I'm be real, I don't really like this edgy but safe humor Jayschlat does. To quote a wise man, be a dickhead and make fun of everything, or be a pussy and make fun of nothing. Don't be both. That wise man being me, I just made that up right now. Linus Tech Tips is a YouTube channel run by multiple people and hosted by the titular Linus. He talks about technology and computers a lot, sometimes giving out genuine advice and sometimes just talking about interesting subject matter related to computers. During the summer of 2026, McDonald's released a new menu item dedicated to one of their old mascots, Birdie. The Birdie Shake was a milkshake that entirely consisted of raw eggs and chicken period blood. A TikTok trend started where if you drink the Birdie Shake, you die. But that's obviously fake, and so is salmonella. So go and eat all the raw eggs you want, kids. Again, my bitch ass lawyer is telling me to advise you that's a joke, so I shot him 58 times. Kick is a streaming platformer and is the main competitor to Twitch. Although most still use Twitch, however, Kick has successfully paid enough for some successful streamers like Aiden Ross and it to stream on Kick. A lot of people on Kick are very controversial with their belief not being able to broadcast on Twitch, so they just use Kick instead. Ego Raptor is a gaming YouTuber and one of the two hosts of the show Gamer Grumps, the other being John Jafari. However, John left in 2013 to focus on the previously mentioned John Trump, leading to a new second host, Daniel Avedon. Temu is a Chinese shopping app that makes some great products like this, and maybe even this. And they've also made some very terrible ads. No amount of words can describe how much I hate this ad right here. It's nearly as bad as that Fruity Pebbles ad.
Well, that's stupid, but how is it torture? You'll see.
They're also big sponsor people. My favorite sponsor of all time is a Temu sponsor by like I've never actually questioned how the fuck that name is until now. You know the guy, he is this guy. Not for like the ad itself, but the fact that like the next video, he just like flat out admits Temu's ass. You know, you gotta respect the ability to just give up and not keep pushing shit. It's also been speculated that it's spyware by the Chinese government. Which, yeah, probably is.
Okay, Patrick, this is it. The first step on our road to living fancy. Just follow my lead. Good afternoon, sir. Could we interest you in some chocolate?
No, man. I just want to roast y'all. A pack of talking Starburst, ain't it? Them little beers, my little piss looking ass, nigga. SpongeBob, get your Kirby pissed on, Panic, a lot of pops nigga looking ass back, right? You don't get your lemons in their face, want some freezers. A slice of lemon pound cake looking ass back. So your nose, right? You got a whole sense of penis on your face. Yes, sir. Since you like a piece of bubblegum, they came for a kitchen bubble back. A whole new kind of bubble. Smell it ass back. Yeah, you got a nose, man. They gonna wake up and smell the coffee. Wake up, smell nothing. Like, hey, we all go. Hey, get back here, man. Hey, get those turned up, popping tone, looking at that.
Anyways, Hood Irony is like my second favorite meme ever. Illegal Bug Trainer is like the best TikTok account ever. James is a dog that got used in this meme format, with Doge as an Alpha Sigma and James as a Soy Beta. But sadly, like his robotic brethren, he sadly passed away. Steve Coots is an artist and an animator responsible for a lot of animations that have been extremely popular on YouTube, his most famous work being Man, where some fat shark kills as much wildlife as he possibly can for stupid and selfish reasons, like making cool art pieces, or making stocks that will definitely kill you due to venom, or free cart chimney, and then the fat shark gets his shit kicked in by aliens and turned into a rug. XQC is a streamer and professional Overwatch player, and if you asked AI to make like a picture of someone who looks like a professional Overwatch player, this is exactly who they'd make. He's known for his React content, his gambling addiction, and that one gif where he eats his feet. Webblecop is a gaming YouTuber that's very controversial, but don't worry, he's not a pedophile or a racist or anything. It's way funnier than that. In 2023, he shifted his focus to AI content where he would have an AI react to his gameplay. A lot of people criticize this due to a lot of not supporting AI usage, especially from such a massive creator. He later made an apology video made with AI. After this, he fell the fuck off, not just in like quality, although some of the shit this AI spews out is way for anything he can actually say.
Navigating birch trees, popping red flowers, it's like Mother Nature's pixelated garden party. Look, I'm gardening. Sneaking under leaves, it's stealth mode me. Aha, pretty flowers, gonna make a fancy bouquet.
But also in viewership, like for like a channel with 15 million views, this is genuinely pathetic. This is worse than the Parashock fell off, honestly. Doomers are people who have an extremely nihilistic view on the world. They're kind of like incels, but instead of believing nothing happens, they believe that everything happens and it's gonna be bad. So they're nothing like incels, actually, never mind. Justin Minks is an Irish streamer who apparently has a fucking boxing career with a 100% win record. The fuck? Okay, it was like 2 fights, but it's like 2 more than I thought she would have. MK is a YouTuber run by multiple hosts that reads posts from various subreddits. On everything, we were all watching this during the pandemic. Though that like fucking Robin fucker, he sucks so much, I hated him. He'd always talk about he was such a party pooper. Fucking, anytime there was a funny post, he always had to say some stupid bullshit that would absolutely ruin it. He always fucking yaps about some annoying bullshit nobody cares about. Like, no, nobody gives a fuck. Just move on to the next thing. In case you didn't get the joke, that's exactly what I'm doing right now. Damien, though, he was hella chill. Lexi, all I remember about her was that she was a trans one, and I forgot everyone else. Honestly, watching an MK video in modern day would probably ruin my week. H Bomber Guy is another one of those I'll upload a 10-hour long video every year YouTubers. Oh, okay, more like every 2 years. He's one of my personal favorite YouTubers, which I just realized all of my favorite YouTubers are British for some reason. He's exposed a bunch of people for being kind of scummy in like hour-long videos, like Internet Historian, which I was going to do a transition to, but he's actually in the next tier, so I'm not doing that, I guess. Now, you might not know this, but Twitch isn't actually a porn site, or at least it's not supposed to be one. But I gotta say, well, I wanted to expand their horizons, so they added this policy where as long as it's artistic, then nudity is fine. Not like you could, like, flood the service with incredibly gassy or something, but more like you don't have to put the leaf over David's dick. This was a terrible idea, and Twitch rightfully got rid of it. Why is it so small? I thought this guy was supposed to be like the symbol of masculinity. Maybe he's a growing out of shower, I don't know. Or maybe Michelangelo's dick was just like super small and he was just too embarrassed to ask anyone else for reference, so... Oh wait, I know where the actually big dick went. It's wrapped around his neck. Opera is a Chinese browser that has sponsored every YouTuber who is willing to take a sponsorship. I've watched so many of these shitty sponsors because I've always felt guilty for like skipping past them even though I'm never buying anything they show me. LankyBox is a YouTube channel run by Justin, the guy with the purple hair, and Adam, the guy who haunts my dreams. It makes videos primarily targeted at kids. The content's been criticized for being really bad, but they're not going anywhere since kids have no idea what quality is. Joe Rogan is the owner of 70% of all the DMT in the world, and also the host of the Joe Rogan Experience, the most famous podcast on earth. He brings on various guests to discuss various topics. He's brought on some very prestigious guests like Neil deGrasse Tyson, Mike Tyson, and even Elon Musk. The movie is a series of web animations made by Tom Scott. It has these stick figure people doing quick and funny skits. A lot of skits like Muffin Time and I Like Trains have become popular internet memes during the early 2010s. Wendigoon is a YouTuber who mainly focuses on horror and is the maker, well not maker, but the coverer of the second longest Iceberg series ever. Well actually it'll be the third once I'm finished with the series.
Ear rape is when you be really loud and blow somebody's ears to fuck off.
Clash of Clans is a town builder mobile game by Supercell. I tried it for a little bit, but that shit was too stressful. Like, knowing that my base could get raided any second terrifies me, so my singing monster is here to stay. Saying that like I'll ever delete it. I guess I'll also talk about the much superior Clash Royale, since it doesn't have its own entry. Clash Royale is, actually I have no idea what genre it is. I guess kind of tower defense, but that doesn't really feel like. I remember playing like near the last quarter of 2025 because everyone else was, and so you know I hopped on the trend. It was fun for a bit, but like that stupid ass system where you lose XP or yeah, it was XP I think. Whenever the fuck you like lose a match, that was so stupid. That's the whole reason I quit. I think it was like Arena 5, the like Goblin Jungle Temple, whatever it was. Jack Doherty is a twink that goes around in public harassing people while getting protected by his bodyguard that's stronger than Prime Mike Tyson. He's also one of those people that no one seems to like but has an extremely large following. Black Lives Matter is a movement made by Elisa Garza, Particy Coolers, and Opal Tomita, created after the unjust murder of George Floyd, to spread awareness about the unjust treatment of black people in America. Anyways. Dame tu Cosita is a video where an alien sings this annoying ass song. This video both pisses me off and terrifies me. Like, I hate the stupid dance he does. I hate how it's like 95% of the song is just the one lyric. I hate the fact that there's random moaning for no reason. I hate how the alien looks, but at the same time it really scares me. Please let me explain myself. Like, why is he on a deserted planet? Like, I know he's an alien, but like, could you not put him in like a futuristic alien city or something? This gives off the vibes of an alien who's just killed the entire human civilization dancing after his win. It later becomes YouTube kids brain rot, cause why not? And this shit scares me even more than the original video. Watching these videos makes me feel like it's downloading a virus to my computer that's gonna transport me to this nightmare realm where I'm forced to dance forever. And this shit would make a good vibing week video. Pokimane is a Moroccan Canada gaming streamer, which is the two weirdest combinations of races I've ever seen. Is that racist? Yeah, probably. I want you to guess, what does she stream? That's right, League of Legends. She's got into a few controversies, but it's nothing really cancel worthy. You know, whenever I say the word cancel, I feel like a chronically online Twitter user, but whenever I feel like I don't use the word cancel, I feel like I'm far right Republican Redditor. Her main controversy was in 2023 when she released the snacks, Nina Snacks.
The time has come for this cookie! Nom nom nom, oh nom 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 nom.
With just these incredibly overpriced cookies. When people criticized her for making these cookies so expensive, she called them broke ass, bitch ass, fuck ass bums. They need to get their money up. Gucci Gang is a song by the rapper Lil Pump. It has some incredibly insightful lyrics like Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, and Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, or even Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang. It's not a very good song, and it's been turned to a meme because of this. But specifically this video with this creature that I can't even describe, with the Lil Pump's haircut, singing the song in a very weird way. Prime is a drink made by KSI and Logan Paul. Every baseball kid in 2022 was trying to get their hands on this shit. Like, it was straight Black Friday, but instead of killing grandma for a TV, you had all the white kids fighting over the Tom Pearl special. It's also been packed in with the other food product, Lunchly, created by KSI, Logan Paul, and Mr. Beast. Lunchly features Prime, Feastables, a chocolate bar made by Mr. Beast, and some other third food item. They're basically just rip-off Lunchables. Nobody really cared. I mean, they did care, but it was mainly to mock them. Specifically, I like my cheese drippy, bro. It was like the funniest thing in like 2024.
Drip versus stick. I like my cheese drippy, bro.
I want my cheese drippy, bro. Now this random KSI. Wait, I just realized I should get into KSI. KSI is a YouTuber and music producer. Now, you know what I said about the Pat God segment? YouTube music always sucks, but KSI's music was special. In 2024, he released a smash hit, Thick of It. Everybody knows. He talks about something I actually don't know what he was talking about in there. It was just straight bullshit. To the screen, to the ring, to the burn, to the king, to the This song was incredibly good, and people really liked it, and we were all listening to this while we were eating our Lunchlies. Oh yeah, not time to get back into Lunchlies again. Oh, there were a few controversies attached to the Lunchly. Two main ones. One being when my goat, Dan TDM, started dissing the Lunchly brand, saying it's crap and that he's disappointed in the creators for selling it to kids. KSI then responded, saying that Dan TDM also made a bunch of garbage for kids. And then after this, he just got fucking enraged. He just started tweeting at Dan TDM over and over again. Fucking, Dan TDM, do you want to fight? And Dan TDM never responded again, so it just made him look like a bitter loser dumbass. The second controversy being the fact that there's fucking moldy cheese in the pizza Lunchlies. Somehow Lunchlies are still being sold, even though I've never seen a singular person buy one in my life. Like, I live in Tennessee, this is where baseball kids thrive, and I've never once seen one. Quibi is a short-form streaming platform similar to... What the fuck is a short-form streaming platform? Basically, they would just make short 10-minute episodes of shows and then post them to Quibi. Now, this is the stupidest thing I've ever heard of. But the amount of backing this product had was insane. You have the founder of Quibi, Jeffrey Katzenberg, former chairman of Disney and co-founder of DreamWorks. Then you have the CEO, Meg Whiteman, former United States ambassador to Kenya. No, I don't know what the fuck that means either, but it seems important. And they spent $1 million on this. Oh, sorry, I read that wrong. $1 billion on this project. That is over $1 billion and 1 cent more than they should have spent on it. Well, so how well did the product do? Do I even need to say how well it did? Have you ever used this product in your life? Tobuscus is a Minecraft YouTuber and maker of these incredibly weird Minecraft animations. What I personally know him from is the Annoying Orange show. I watched a lot of Annoying Orange when I was a child for some reason. What the hell is this guy's profile picture? This is like the ugliest thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, it's iconic, but it makes absolutely zero sense. Like, first of all, you have a fucking gradient in the background. I guess fine, but like they should have like a black outline defining everything and not just the text. And what the hell is safety water? What does that mean? Is that like a joke in the channel? I never watched him, so I don't know. And also, why is it drawn? when he has his like big face plastered all over the thing? Why is that the only drawn thing here? Who made this? Tobuscus probably, but like, why did Tobuscus make this? Okay, I'm just having to fucking delay the inevitable. In April 2016, a woman who coincidentally named April accused him of a rape and abuse. She decided to come out with the events after seeing a toy in a store labeling him as a hero. Do you think he might still have a career if he just didn't make that toy? Toby uploaded a response saying that the allegations were false, his sources being, trust me. Another woman responded to April, it being YouTuber Jacqueline Glenn. She dated Tobuscus and was warned about how bad he was, even by April herself. I don't know how this fits in, but this guy's Twitter might be the funniest thing ever. I'm just gonna show you some of my favorite tweets from him. I think he realized his career's fucking over, so he just gave up and started tweeting out bullshit.
Yo! What the fuck? Bro, am I gonna get banned? Bro!
Aiden Ross is a streamer who streams for the previously mentioned platform Kick. He's been banned from Twitch probably due to his controversial beliefs. With his heavy association with Andrew Tate, his controversial views on Jewish people, and his use of homophobic slurs. But he's probably never going anywhere. First of all, everyone knows SpongeBob memes. They are the most commonly used memes ever. I think at least 40% of all episodes of SpongeBob had at least one meme attached to it. You know, being the 21st most profitable franchise ever. It's a lot more memorable than some other franchises like Hello Kitty or Winnie the Pooh and Paman. Who the fuck is that? This fucker has made $38 billion. Who the fuck is this man? It's like, what is it? Like the only thing on this list I haven't heard of. Who made this shit? Taikishan Yanzi. Why is he naked riding a horse? This series follows the adventures of Ant-Man, a superhero with an ant-pun, a red bean paste-filled pastry for a head, who protects the world from evil anthropomorphic germ named Bakin Man. Why have I never heard of this before? Like, I understand if it were from like China or some other secretive country, but no, this is from Japan. I live in America. We're like the second biggest consumer of Japanese media besides Japan. Anyway, SpongeBob memes, they're exactly what they are. Just memes using the SpongeBob. Exploding Watermelon Challenge was a challenge popular during the 2010s. You basically just got a watermelon and put a bunch of rubber bands on it until it broke. On August 24th, 2023, Donald Trump was indicated of racketeering, which led to his arrest. In this beautiful mugshot, and holy shit, I know there's like a stereotype of him being like orange, but I thought that was exaggeration. Holy fuck. This screenshot was incredibly funny and got mean, rightfully so. Skillshare is the site dedicated to teaching people various skills, for a price of course. It's also one of those heavy sponsor people, and it doesn't have to seem any real controversies, besides, you know, being annoying, which every sponsor is. Unlike most sponsorships, like, you know, we already mentioned that Established Titles is a scam, Opera GX is spyware, Timo is also spyware, Honey, we'll get to that in due time. But Skillshare, they're just kind of annoying, and that's kind of it. Although, I don't know. I checked the Wikipedia page for this to see if there's any juicy details about it. It is so empty. Like, it makes me feel like this is some, like, money laundering scheme. Like, surely there has to be more information about this. Whatever. It's probably not, I'm just going insane. Hi, Fresh. I'm Dan. HelloFresh are also big sponsor people. They do this thing where they send you like these ingredients in a box and you're supposed to cook the meal. You know, YouTubers will always say, as a YouTuber, I have a busy schedule and it's hard for me to pre-cook meals. Like, what? That's exactly what you're doing. They're just sending you ingredients. That's what you do with cooking normally. What are you talking about? Like, I know you're supposed to make everything seem bombastic for like a YouTube sponsorship or just any advertisement for that matter, but like, it's just a stupid thing. I mean, it's not like they're actually writing that in. They probably just get like handed the script from the HelloFresh dude, you know, and ask them to read that. So I can't really blame them. But if you thought this sponsorship didn't have any controversies, then don't worry, because they have child labor violations. Dude Perfect is a YouTube channel run by multiple hosts. They're known for their trick shot videos where they often do insane stunts. Most of you unks probably won't relate to this, but if you've been in like a STEAM class in the past 5 years, you've probably had like a Dude Perfect video put onto you whenever the teacher was too lazy to actually teach the class. Either that or, what was it? Mark Rober, yeah, I think that's what it was. Ricegum is a YouTuber known for his Call of Duty gameplay. The previously mentioned iDubbbz made a content comp about him, which he disguised as a Jake Paul content comp, due to Ricegum saying that making a Ricegum content comp would get him even more views. In the video, he accused him of committing all of the 7 deadly YouTube sins, whatever that means. After this, Ricegum made a response video, which has a whopping 800,000 dislikes. And after the response, he made a diss track called Frick the Police, which has 1.3 million dislikes.
The day before was a highly anticipated game that promised to be some survival game packed to the brim with content. But just like most highly anticipated games, it ended up being a huge pile of shit, with most of the promises being false, and a complete buggy mess.
Coffin Dance is a video where these people carry a coffin while dancing. Has anyone else questioned why the fuck this video even exists? What context would this be normal? Why is the music so happy? GigaChat is a meme on an extremely buff man. It's often used in those, you know, slander videos where they're like, oh, you like Jetpack Joyride? Yeah, you're GigaChat, brother. Many have questioned who the actual man behind the picture. What the fuck? Many have questioned who the man behind the GigaChat meme is, with some believing it's CGI or even Photoshop. But apparently he's a real dude named Ernest Kalimbo. Now, I don't want to call any shots, but I refuse to believe anyone can get that jacked without taking steroids, I'm gonna be honest. Beluga refers to both this cat and the shitty YouTube channel. I cannot describe to you how much I hate this YouTube channel. It is so unfunny, like it's unbelievable. I genuinely refuse to believe that there are people who actually watch this shit, and the worst part is it has like 3 million subscribers. 3 million. Who the fuck is subscribing to this bullshit? Alright, I got that wrong actually. He has 11 million subscribers. Learning that actually ruined my day, dead ass. Fucking, I want to go kill myself. You know what I said about Red Shell being the worst YouTube channel of all time? He is. If Hitler made a YouTube channel, Beluga would still be the worst one. I hate this channel so much. Automatons are instruments originating from Japan. They're basically just little note things with a Pac-Man face, and you squeeze them and they make this noise. There's a channel on YouTube that basically makes a bunch of covers with songs using automatons. For those who don't know, George Not Found is a popular Minecraft YouTuber. You already know where this is going, don't you? In 2024, Twitch streamer Catabugs told her story about how George Not Found raped her while she was drunk. Now George would make a response saying, actually, we were cuddling, so it's fine. Actually, this response was obviously taken poorly, like every YouTuber response ever. Some even accused him of grooming on top, because Catabugs was 18 when this happened, while George was 26. If you spent any amount of time on the internet, you've more than likely seen this man dubbed Hide the Pain Herald. But what's his actual name? I already showed the title card for it, so you already know, but I'll have to explain it anyways. Andres Arado is an old man. These photos are from a stock photo shoot of an Andres Arado, with the most famous one being the one where he's holding a mug. Andres is actually well aware of the meme and has been supportive of it throughout the years. College Humor is a comedy YouTube series that is now known as Dropout. It makes skits like you would expect from a YouTube comedy series. Classics like, okay, no, not that one. No, not that one, no. No, ooh, yeah.
Really?
Gooning is modern slang for jerking off.
Kate Winslet tits. Round 2.
And edging is the practice of trying of jerking off and trying not to bust.
Alright. Sugar Ray. Ironically cool yet?
I'm sorry.
Bummer. Big booty Puerto Rican goddess.
r/atheism is one of the most ironically funny things on the internet ever. Now, I don't think there's anything wrong with being an atheist, but this place is absolutely insane. First of all, it attracts 400,000 visitors a day. I'm 99% sure that half of them are just visiting to make fun of them. It didn't the average post on here is like this. Now, the most famous post to this Reddit is a deleted post by AOLs, where he wrote, "In this moment, I am euphoric, not because of any phony God blessing, but because I am enlightened by my intelligence." Now, this post got absolutely ridiculed to death, with people from all walks of life coming into r/atheism and trolling. And it's been said that this post single-handedly kickstarted the super ironic memes we have today. And why is realistic troll face on my screen? But don't worry, r/atheism isn't all bad. They donated a water tank to a village in Africa, which led us to this famous image. Imager is a site for sharing images. This is the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life. Why the fuck would you make a site solely for sharing images? Why not use actual social media like Instagram or Twitter or r/atheism? And also, I went on the site for 5 seconds and I'm already seeing furry ass cheeks, so that's probably not a good thing. And also, the amount of stolen content on here is insane. I think willing to bet everything on here, at least 99%, is just stolen from actually good social media platform. The other 1% being content stolen from Twitter. Oh, I've fucking scrolled through this for like a minute, and all of these memes here are so fucking ass, bro. None of them are funny. Now, as you all know, Scientology is the most famous cult. I mean, one of the most famous religions in the world. And as you also probably know, it has a very cool megachurch. And for some reason, it also has a Twitter account. Now, this account doesn't seem too interesting to me, so instead, I'll talk about something related to the Church of Scientology that happened after this Iceberg's creation. That being the Scientology speedruns. Basically, it became a trend for TikTok users to storm the Church of Scientology building and then map the entire building out, which they have mapped the first floor out. Every copy of Mario 64 is personalized is a complete fucking joke. It originated from one of these iceberg charts, the Mario 64 iceberg. Back then, iceberg charts weren't actually like used for documenting good information, they were just made to test your knowledge, which I guess they technically are still to do that, but you know, most people don't see it that way. So, you know, what's more obscure than something that doesn't exist at all? Now, this iceberg has a lot of jokes, like the decompilation is censored, enchanted SC88 samples used soundtrack, Miyamoto stole Mario 64 from AirNet, and Lavender Town and Polybius were cover-ups from Mario 64. But the main important one was every copy of Mario 64 is personalized, hidden all the way at the bottom. This basically refers to that seemingly endless sense of mystery that Mario 64 gave children that play it. Now, I'm not an unk, so I didn't play Mario 64 when I was a kid, but I did have this feeling attached to a very similar game called Robot 64. Now, I already talked about Robot 64 in the first episode, but for those who don't have clinical depression, Robot 64 is a Roblox game that takes heavy inspiration from Mario 64. It's pretty cool, and it's one of my favorite games of all time. And as a kid, even after I finished it, I always felt like there was more to the game. So I definitely understand where they're coming from. You know, basically, the endless sense of wonder. Like, I think a lot of what it comes down to is kids are stupid and they don't know what they're doing at all. So basically, you just like wander off into one area one time and then you never experience it again. It just seems to be a blurb in your mind forever. And if you never played Mario 64 more than that as a kid, it will just stay right there. And when you ever talk to people, they'll probably have different experiences too. And then people started making it that it's an AI that controls it, well, whatever cartridge, and that it like reads your mind and tries to make your levels personalized. Because, you know, it couldn't just be an interesting kind of phenomenon you felt as a kid. It has to be real. It has to be 100% real. Wario apparition is something that allegedly happened in some of these personalized copies, and is by far the most famous phenomenon to be alleged to happen. It's basically that one area where you go fight Bowser for the first time. It's actually in the like basement where Dire Docks is in. I don't know how I missed that. It's literally in the background, but I'm kind of stupid, so sorry. In the hallway, Wario was sitting there, and then Wario chased you down and tried eating you. For some reason, why would he do that? He's Wario. He doesn't have time for that. He needs to get on that grind, like he always does. Now, if it were just these things, I wouldn't make this the last entry. But it specifically asked me to talk about other Super Mario 64 conspiracy theories, and oh my god, that is the deepest rabbit hole I have ever seen in my life. Actually, no it's not, but it's still pretty deep. Now, the most popular Mario 64 conspiracy theory, even more popular than these things, is L is real. I guess it doesn't count as like a conspiracy theory in the traditional sense, but hoaxes are basically just conspiracy theories, right? It's basically that little blurb. So apparently some people thought that read L is real 2401. Now, what's something that was clearly missing from Super Mario 64? And what's a character's name who starts with L? That's right, Ludwig, but nobody gives a fuck about Ludwig. So everyone thought it meant Luigi is real, and that you can unlock him by spinning around the fountain 85 times and then send your disc into outer space, and then aliens will go probe it, and then Luigi will be in your game. Now, some thought that the 2401 part meant the date, that Paper Mario was released, even though it doesn't mirror that at all, but okay. But the reality is this sign didn't mean anything. It was just a stock sign. It even got used in the quote-unquote best game of all time that I tried playing 10 times but quit each and every time because it's so fucking boring. And what's it supposed to mean in Zelda? Like, Link is real? Yeah, I could tell that. Although there were actually plans for Luigi to be in the game in the first place. I'm gonna try to keep this short since it's his own entry. But due to the Nintendo Giga Leak, a huge data leak caused by hacker Slipstream, a bunch of old Nintendo games got some information about them leaked, including Mario 64, showing this classic Luigi model in the style of Super Mario 64. And you want to know the best part about this? This was leaked 24 years in 1 month after Mario 64, lining up with the 2401 part. Although I guess Luigi was always kinda in Mario 64 due to him being in Mario 64 DS. But you know who wasn't in Mario 64 DS? Waluigi. But rumors spread that you can unlock him as a playable character in that game. Due to multiple characters being in the game, including Mario, Yoshi, Luigi, and Wario. Although some were confused why Waluigi wasn't in there to complete the quadretta? Yeah, sure, why not? Of Mario Brothers. Especially considering this, like, perfectly placed door. Like, why is that still there? It only led to 1 star. Why is it there? Who the fuck put that there? I hope whoever put that there should get killed. This rumor was perpetuated when a 4chan user made this incredibly real looking screenshot from like a Nintendo Power page showing Waluigi could be unlocked in the game by collecting all the stars and being, quote, the fastest foot racer, which I think just means beating all the Koopa the Quick races, but I'm pretty sure you already have to do that to get all the stars, so I don't know why that's on there. Oh, unlike Ella's Real, there's no loopholes I could do to make this true. It just isn't true. Now, those are the obvious Mario 64 conspiracy theories. Now, there are a lot more, but most of them come from the MIPS wiki, which has its own entry, so I can't really talk about it all that much, but right now at least. But I'll give out my 3 favorite ones. Well, okay, these aren't necessarily the best ones, these are just the funniest ones, not including the joke pages, like Waru OS, which is an operating system dedicated to Wario, developed by WarioWare Inc. First off, we have Wario Land 64, which I'm only including because this box art is the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. The fucking golden coin bags, they're just garlic sitting right there, a diamond in the distance, the fact that they're just in a stock background. Wario Land 64 is a rumored first prototype build of Super Mario 64, even older than the July 29th, 1995 build. No, I will not be explaining that. Rumors say that after the failure of the Virtual Boy, Nintendo didn't want to tarnish Mario's reputation if the first Mario 64 3D platformer flopped, so Wario was going to be used instead. After the game was proven to be successful with test audiences, they realized that the console wouldn't ruin Mario, so they went and made Super Mario 64. Information about Wario Land 64 is scarce, but several sources have contributed its existence. Apparently, this is also tied to the Wario apparition. Apparently, there was supposed to be an enemy called the Ghost Spider. When Wario touched it, he would become a ginormous flying head, just like the Wario apparition. Apparently, the, quote, personalized AI that the cartridge of Mario 64 uses traces of the Wario Land 64 build, and that's why he's often seen. The second funniest page on this website is Mario, which is just like a Mario, but instead of wearing blue, he wears gray and he doesn't have eyes, so he's basically just a Super Mario Bros. 3 Mario. He also only appears in the Super Mario 4 DS, which is also personalized apparently. The Mario, also known as Replay Mario or just Replay, is an anomalous character that can appear in some personalized copies of Super Mario 64 DS. They appear as some kind of variant of Mario with dark red clothes and gray overalls, no face, and dark hair. They can reportedly appear in an anomalous area similar to the Rec Room. No, I don't know what the Rec Room is either, known as the Castle Theater. They allow the player to rewatch them playing a level, but it's also extremely buggy. Is that real? It sounds like something that would actually just happen. Like you could just watch them replay a level. Pretty sure they did something like that in Mario's Maker. Well, that's kind of it. I'm now just realizing this was a lot funnier to me when I first discovered him than it actually is. So, sorry. But you know what is really funny? Quinn. As you can see, this is just a yellow toad. And for some reason, the image up there you have of him is stretched out to all of hell. Why is it so stretched out? Oh, let's look at this one. Leave a lava lamp. I cannot do a toad voice. Lethal Lava Land has turned blue. It's totally rad. You should check it out. Hurry up, cause it'll be gone before you. Okay. Quinn is the name of an anomalous toad found in some personalized copies of Mario 64, characterized as a toad with different color than the regular toads. So yellow, I can see him. You don't need to describe it like that. Toads seen in the base game Super Mario 64, most commonly yellow or green. Oh, sorry, they're green sometimes too. My bad. Quinn earned its name from the common name given to the toad when it interacted with. What? Quinn is one of the few dialogue-based anomalies being characterized with gibberish dialogue and/or the potential ability to influence the game's dialogue. You wanna know the funniest part about this? This is one of the main characters of the fucking Super Mario 64 personalized shit. In fact, he's in the same category as Wario, the literal face of the Super Mario 64 personalized shit. This is so fucking funny. Why is he named Quinn? Is this supposed to be scary? I doubt it, but at the same time, why Quinn? Does that even mean anything? Did he just come up with that in the wind? Was this like author of this named Quinn and he just wanted to put himself in the fucking what? What does this mean? Okay. I've been shitting on this, but this is just a genuine really cool concept. Like there's this mod for Mario 64 called B31333333. It aims to bring this personalized feeling to Mario 64, which it looks really cool and fun, but I'm kind of too stupid to understand how to set up a Nintendo 64 emulator. And I think like collaborative wikis like the SCP wiki, the Backrooms wiki, the Russian Death Files wiki are some of my favorite places on the web. They just represent the entire point of the internet. A bunch of people from all backgrounds just bringing forth their ideas and concepts, arts and whatever to one place. Thank you for making it to the end of the video. The next video I make won't actually be an Iceberg part, instead it will be a brand new video about something entirely different. I kind of regret making Mario 64 personalized the last entry, but I was like planning around it being entirely like me exploring the MIPS whole wiki, but MIPS whole is its own entry, so I couldn't do that, so I just had to like browse through it or like breeze through the three funniest ones. But in retrospect, if I were to do this, I would have probably like had the Backrooms as the entry I do last today, but whatever. Like I said earlier, I plan on making my videos bigger and better, like doing more research, because I didn't really do much research for these, so they're probably going to take longer to come out, but they're probably going to be bigger and better. Like, I think my favorite entry of this video, besides like the Mario 64 personalized, was the Sonic movie trailers entry. It just like makes the perfect balance of like explanation, comedy, my own personal opinions. Like, that was just perfect. So I plan on making most of the entries later like that. I don't really have anything else to say, so see you in the next video.